Good morning, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of F&S Scientific and our partner Testo, thank you so much for joining us today. Maybe we can start off with the housekeeping rules. If you have any questions before we start, you can put them in the chat box. But welcome everyone to this webinar this morning. So that today we are about to talk about Testo Saveris 2 cloud migration and everything that you need to know about Testo Saveris 2 cloud migration. So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is James Mule. I'm a sales manager at F&S Scientific, and I'll be your moderator for this session. And before we dive in, I just want to introduce F&S Scientific for those of us who may not know what F&S Scientific does. So F&S Scientific has been there for over 40 years with an experience of supply of laboratory equipment and consumables in Kenya and in East Africa. We support over 35 sectors, and these sectors run across from life science, research, medical laboratories, manufacturing, and petroleum industry. We are divided into 6 divisions. We have clinical diagnostics, life sciences, food quality and safety, analytical sciences, and now where Testo comes in, we have the general lab equipment that cuts across even in the industrial process solutions. We support over 25 brands, leading brands around globally, which provide solutions for testing and analysis. So just to run you through what we have many of the products that we're going to discuss today, but mainly today, we're going to discuss about your migration on the Testo Saveris 2 platform. So I'd like to take even this opportunity. We are joined by Mr. Hannes from Testo, who is a product manager, who is going to take us through that. But maybe even before I introduce Mr. Hannes, I'd like to mention something. We also have calibration services at our organization, which we are ISO. We have accredited calibration laboratory in the lab. So this is based here at F&S Scientific. So we provide accurate, reliable, and traceable results. So our solutions cut across temperature, speed, and small volume calibration. And that's where even Testo data loggers come in. So we are able to even calibrate them here at our offices. So at this point, maybe I could now introduce Mr. Hannes, who will take us through the Testo Saveris 2 migration. Thank you, Welcome, Mr. Hannes.
Hello and welcome. Thank you, James, for the introduction. So my name is Hannes Deuring. I'm part of Testo Saveris product management team. And as James already mentioned, I will talk you through the migration today and answer questions in the end. So I will just share my screen right now. First of all, I would like to introduce Testo Saveris to you, our company. We've been a subsidiary of the Testo Group since 2022. We have almost 4,000 employees worldwide, and the goal of Testo Saveris is to provide measurement solutions for customers in the pharmaceutical, food sector or industrial sector. And we not only provide measurement devices, handheld devices, but also full-scale customer solutions to help them to conquer their challenges. And the part where I'm working at is the stationary monitoring team. You all know Testo Saveris 2, I guess. So this is our stationary monitoring system for those mentioned customers. And I guess I don't have to talk too much about the challenges you're facing. I mean, you have goods in your laboratories or in your storage, and you need to make sure that temperature or other parameters are kept within critical limits. And yeah, so that's why we provide our stationary monitoring solution for you. And we also provide the possibility to receive live alerts in case of critical values are being violated. And together with a centralized cloud-based platform, so you can review and analyze your data from anytime and anywhere. All right, let's start off with Testo Saveris 2. I guess you all know the platform. We've been preparing the migration and the following shutdown of Saveris 2 for a while now. You may ask yourself, why is it possible? Basically, Saveris 2 has been running for over a decade now and is based on old structures, which makes it first hard to comply with security standards, modern standards, but also requirements from customers on stability and performance. And instead of just trying to fix what's already been fixed within Saveris 2, we decided to develop a fully new platform, which is Smart Connect. And with Smart Connect, we not only provide a fully modern and new user interface, but for example, we're also compliant with the European standard 12830, which grants you data secure and tamper-proof transmission. And yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, optimizations in terms of stability and performance was also one of the reasons we decided to develop this new cloud. And also, together with the new Smart Connect cloud, we offer compatibility with Testo Smart App. The Smart App can be downloaded from onto any iOS or Android device and lets you access the cloud from your phone and also lets you receive push notifications for free. Together with the new Smart Connect Cloud, we're also introducing the data monitoring license. It's basically just the same as the advanced license from Saveris 2, but this time there's no more basic license. So basically all the features that were exclusively for advanced customers in the past are now available for all the users. And for now, we don't charge you for the data monitoring license. This is due to the fact that we're still looking for possible payment providers, because together with the new cloud, we also developed a new subscription system. And therefore, yeah, we simply don't have the possibility. We don't have a payment provider yet. So the cloud's going to be free for you at least until beginning of 2027. This is not only for new customers, but also for existing basic customers and existing advanced customers. And in case anything's going to change in the future, you're going to be notified in time. So as I said before, it's free at least until beginning of 2027, and everything beyond will be communicated in time so you can be prepared. So I mentioned before, the data monitoring license offers all the features that were exclusively for advanced customers in the past. So this starts from communication and measuring intervals from 1 minute on, extended data storage with a running license for up to 10 years, generating automatic reports, groups for your alarm recipients. And what we also extended is the amount of maximum users per account. So you can now add up to 25 users with different roles and responsibilities into your system. For example, you can add just analysts They are simply eligible to review data, but not to configure the system. And I'm gonna show you our website real quick. This is also linked in, if you log in into your account in Saveris 2, you're gonna be linked to this website, and everything, background information and important steps, which we're gonna talk about today, is also described on this page. So yes, you have all the information you need on our official website. Right, so if you log into Saveris 2 today, you're going to see your dashboard looking something like this. That's the pop-up I've just mentioned, and this link will lead you to the website I've just shown you. And if you want to migrate now, you simply have to push the button. I will not push the button right now. Instead, I will show you our small video instruction. It's also accessible from the website I've just shown you, and this will guide you through the whole migrating process. So as I said before, all you need to do to start your migration is to push the button. Then you will be redirected to the new cloud user interface where you log in with the same credentials as you have in Saveris 2. You need to check the box to agree to our terms of service. And now following this one might look different in your country. This is basically just the confirmation that the cloud is free. So you need to confirm. Optional, you have to enter your subscription and your payment data, but it will confirm you that it is free for now, so you don't have to pay anything. And once this process has been finished, the actual migration starts. So what happens now is that our migration wizard, as we call it, it migrates your whole system from Saveris 2, which is data loggers, which is the historical data of your data loggers, the configuration, your users, your limit values. This will all be migrated into Testo Smart Connect. And yeah, you can take a preview to the old cloud in the meantime, or you can play a mini game. But once this migration process is finished, you will end up in the Testo Smart Connect cloud. It will confirm the data loggers, the measurement sites, and your configuration from Testo Saveris 2. And then you can start right off in Testo Smart Connect. Right, now let's take a look at Testo Smart Connect. It might look different. Of course, that's one of the improvements we've worked on, to have a more intuitive user interface, but also the system itself might be a bit different, like in terms of arrangement of the different menu tabs. So I will talk you through the whole menu and give you insights on all possibilities you have to configure and your system and to analyze your data. So that's basically your starting point, measurement site status. This was previously called measuring points, but it's basically just the same. You have your locations, and for example, you can have a top location, and then you can assign multiple hierarchical measurement points to this top location. So that's what you can see here. For example, I've got a fridge in my home, and it displays, okay, fridge is in home, or for example, at the workplace, I have other loggers, one in the office and one at my desk. And this is basically called a measurement site. And each measurement site is defined by the location, which I just explained. The data logger that is connected, this is the data logger serial number here. A measurement profile. This is basically new. I will explain to you what a measurement profile is right afterwards. A notification group that is linked to the measurement site, and also, if applicable, a alarm exception schedule. So this is what defines your measurement site. So now measurement profiles. I mentioned before that a measurement profile is linked to a measurement site, and this is basically what you had under alarm settings in Saveris 2. So a measurement profile contains measurement cycle, limit values, and the notification delays. That's all you could set up in Saveris 2 as well. And a measurement profile can be assigned to several measurement sites. So on the top right corner, you can see the configuration of your measurement profile. You can give it a name, fridge 7 degrees, for example, set your alarm and warning values, and then assign this measurement profile to all measurement sites that need to be monitored for 7 degrees. Next is the alarm list. This is basically just an overview of all the alarms that have occurred. You can see whether an alarm is still open or whether it's been closed. In case you already know this feature, then you probably have noticed that we don't have a notification at the moment when an alarm goes back to normal. That was the case in Saveris 2. We don't have it yet, but we're currently working on it, and it will be released within this year. So when an alarm is open, doesn't matter if it's a limit value that has been violated or a loss of connection, then you will be also notified in case the alarm goes back to normal. And this list can be downloaded in PDF. You can select the measurement sites you want to contain in the report, and then you can download it on this button, download alarms PDF, and it will create you a list with all the occurred alarms. Next is our new data analysis display. This looks different than in Saveris 2. On this tab on the top left, you can select your measurement sites you want to analyze and the time frame. Currently, we only provide the possibility to select 1 month as a time frame, but this is also something we're working on, and we will extend the possible time frame to up to 1 year. So you can analyze your data within a time frame of 1 year. Also, data can be exported as CSV data, as raw data, or in PDF format. And when you click the button on the top right corner to export your PDF, a window like this will open, and you can select whether you want to export it in the way of a measurement chart, measurement table, or alarm table. You can select either one of them or all of them. Next is alarm exception schedules. If you have times in your business when you don't want to receive any alarms on the weekend, for example, or during closure times, this was also possible in Saveris 2. It was called slightly different, and but this time we created a whole new tab for it, alarm exception schedules, and you configure your alarm exception. Give it a name. In my case, I named it off work, because when I'm not at work, I don't want to be notified, and set weekdays and times. You can either select all day or just a start time and an end time of your alarm exception, so you're quite flexible. And just as the measurement profile, which I introduced in the beginning, an alarm exception can be assigned to either one or several measurement sites as well. One of the most important features, I guess, is automatic reports. This was exclusively for advanced customers in the past, but now it's available for all customers. is to create automatic reports. You can configure it to receive it daily, weekly, or monthly. You can select the measurement sites you want to contain. If you take a look at the top right corner, if you either create a new report or if you want to edit an existing report, you can set up the interval, the measurement sites you want to have in your automatic report, and the way of visualization. Again, just as the manual data analysis, you can also select between measurement chart, measurement table, and alarm table for your automatic report. And of course, you can also select the notification group, so the receivers of the report. This can also be defined. And there's a small button when you edit your report that says preview. So you can preview your report for before saving it, so you can make sure that everything is actually the way you need your report to be. Next is recipients. So it's basically recipients for your alarms. You can add new recipients on the top right corner with this blue button. And if you add a new recipient or if you added an existing recipient, you can, of course, you can set the email address and language for the automatic reports, for example, and you can also select in which way you want your recipient to be contacted. So SMS is not available, unfortunately, in Kenya. This is due to the fact with the payment provider. So as long as we don't have any payment provider for your country, we also cannot provide SMS. But instead, we have the Testo Smart app, as previously mentioned. And so there you have an option to enable push notifications, and these push notifications will show up on your phone just as an SMS did. Next is notification group. So you can place several recipients in a notification group. For example, for each area of your store, one group. And these notification groups will receive alarm notifications, but also the automatic reports, which I showed before. And make sure that if you add a new notification group or edit an existing one, you also need to configure, okay, within this notification group, how shall this person be contacted? Is it only email? Is it push? Is it both? So yeah. Next is online data loggers, which is not the measurement site, but the actual logger that is connected to the measurement site. This is also the point where you can configure new loggers. You can see on the top right corner, connect now. I'm going to show you this later on. And you can also configure system alarms. So in case of an lost connection or low battery status, you can configure who shall receive notifications about system alarms. And yeah, if you open a logger, you have more details like the battery status, net connection status, last communication cycle, and yeah, serial number. You can also give the logger a customizable name. And last is measurement sites. Of course, we had a look at the very first overview where you had all of your measurement sites and their status. But this tab, measurement sites, is to configure your measurement sites. So I mentioned in the very beginning, you can create hierarchical structures. You can create a top location like home, for example, in my case. And then you can add multiple sub measurement sites. And for each measurement site, you can set up a name, you can assign data loggers, you can assign the notification group, the alarm exception schedule, and with this assigned sensors, you can choose what parameters you want this measurement site to monitor. All right, I will jump in the system for a live demo afterwards. Now, I want to take a moment to explain the setup of push notifications for you. We know it's crucial for you to receive your alerts not only via mail, but also directly on your phone. So in case you want to set up the Testo Smart app to receive push notifications on your phone, there's a few steps you need to do. First one is kind of obvious, to download the Smart app, and you need to log in into the Smart app with the same account you're using for Smart Connect. Next, in the app, you go to Settings and Notification Settings, and then you see this red area here, Receive Push Notifications. So this needs to be turned on. And of course, in your devices system settings, whether it's an iPhone or an Android-based phone, you need to enable push notifications for the Testo Smart app as well. But I guess usually this is enabled by default. So once you've set up the app, there's also two things you have to do in the cloud. First, in order to receive any push notifications at all, you need to have a measurement profile and a notification group assigned to your measurement site. So the measurement profile tells the measurement site what limit values it applies, and the notification group tells the measurement site what users should be notified in case of a violation. And then number 4, we had a look at the recipients. I showed you how you can create new recipients or edit existing recipients. So you have this checkbox for push notifications. This needs to be checked as well. And last but not least, in the recipient groups, you need to turn on also, oh, I'm sorry, this was actually for the measurement group. And this is for the recipient. There you can select again whether the recipient shall be notified via email, SMS, or push. So please make sure that for the recipient and for the whole recipient group, push notifications are turned on. And when everything is set, you can also test it by sending a test push notification. And in case you click this button and you have everything set up correctly, then a push notification should show up on your phone. And then you know, okay, everything's working correctly. All right, let's jump into the system. So in case you have any uncertainties about the new system, how to handle it, we introduced the new Help Center. So you can reach this on the top right corner, Help Center, stationary monitoring, and then you have different explanations for different tabs. But also we have these step-by-step instructions. And this is quite useful, I guess, because whether it's to configure your measurement sites, set up automatic reports, or set up alarm exception schedules, you can start this guided tour by just clicking the button. And then this guide will lead you through the system and basically will tell you everything I've told you before. So I guess I don't have to do it again now, but in case anything's unclear after the presentation, please check out the Help Center. So, as I said before, this is your measurement site status, where you have all your measurement sites at a glance. And we will also provide a possibility to sort your measurement sites, for example, alphabetically. This is currently in development because we had a lot of requests from customers that they want to have the possibility to filter or to sort their measurement sites. So that's something we're currently working on. I also told you that we're going to take a look at commissioning new data loggers. This can either be done on the starting side, top right corner, there's a button, Register Online Data Loggers. So you can either do it from here on, or you can also do it when you jump into Online Data Loggers, Connect Now. This will both lead you to the same menu. So you all know the possibility of setting up your logger when you simply connect it with an USB cable to your PC. Then this PDF will pop up where you enter your network credentials and your account ID. We also introduced we introduced actually two new ways to commission your loggers. One is with the Testo Smart app. So you can commission your loggers directly from your phone. You don't need any computer. And you can also use our new setup assistant. So this setup assistant is similar like the PDF you already know, but in case you have several loggers, this is way faster. So you just click this button, which I just clicked. Make sure your data logger is running and connected to your computer with an USB cable. And then you simply need to enter your network credentials right here. So it's either your Wi-Fi name and password. In case you have a public or an enterprise network, you can select the appropriate options here. And once you've done this, you can click Download Configuration File. So this file is now empty, obviously because I didn't enter anything, but I will now show you a video that guides you through the whole setup process of new online data loggers. This is also linked in the cloud. If you go to Help Center, User Manuals, and there you have your user manuals for Testo 160, 162, 164 in PDF form, but also in video. Okay, we're going to skip the beginning. The beginning is showing you how to set up the logger using the Testo Smart app. Now I will jump right to the section where you can configure your logger with the cloud. I'm going to mute it. So you can see all the steps we just did live. You click on Start Manual Setup Assistant, connect your logger to your computer. I think I can forward this a little bit. And then you enter your Wi-Fi credentials. Once you've done this and you download the configuration file, you can simply take this file and copy it onto your data logger. Once you've copied the file onto your data logger, you can disconnect your logger. The display, for example, for 162 loggers will confirm it. And then it's going to take some seconds, but afterwards your logger will appear here. So I think it's a very convenient way because you don't need to check for your account ID as you had to do with the PDF setup. You can simply enter your network credentials here, download the configuration file, copy the file onto your data logger, and then you're ready to go. Maybe another thing which I mentioned before, the preview of automatic reports. We also added the possibilities to contain measurement charts, measurement tables, and alarm tables in Smart Connect. This was missing from the very beginning. I know we had some customers that wished for this feature, and now we have the possibility to select whether just the chart, the table, or all of them. And by clicking on preview, it will create you a preview that contains everything which you configured before. We also now have minimum, maximum, and average values in the reports. And the display of your threshold values will also be contained in the reports in a later stage. And yes, so that's basically it for the live demonstration part. I would start and answering your questions right now. But first, I would like to take some minutes to answer some more questions we had in advance to this webinar. And yeah, so basically, I know some of you don't have access to their Saveris 2 account anymore. So you don't even have the possibility to migrate because the person the account is running on, for example, has left your company and you don't have access to his mails anymore. So in this way, this is also described on the information page. You can go to this page, then there's another link, and here it's described what you need to do to change your account owner. There's a form. And of course, we need to make sure that no account gets stolen, right? So we kindly ask you to fill in all the information about your company, about the account, and then you need to sign it, because if there is no signature, we cannot make sure that this process change is happening in a rightful way. But once you've signed and submitted this file to F&S Scientific, we can process your account owner change, and then you will be able to log in Saveris 2 with your new account owner and start the migration from the owning account. We also had a question that automatic reports show parameters that are unwanted, like dew point temperature and absolute humidity. So if you set up your report, I can just click create report. You're going to select your measurement site, right? So if I select my fridge, for example, I need to check, okay, what parameters are assigned to my fridge? You go to measurement sites, fridge, and go to stationary monitoring. And here I can assign sensors. And sensors is just basically for parameters in this case. So the logger I've connected here is just a T1 logger. So I only have the possibility to monitor temperature. But if you have a humidity sensor, for example, like the H1, H2, whatever, you could now add sensor and select humidity as your additional parameter. And if you don't want your dew point temperature or absolute humidity to be shown in a report, then you simply have to remove the parameter from your measurement site. So basically all the parameters that are listed here for your measurement site, they will be containing your report as well. Then I mentioned it before, we had some customers asking for extended timeframes, right? If you go to data analysis and you want to analyze your data, or even in the automatic report, you can only select a time frame within 1 month. So some customers require to have an extended time frame for up to 1 year. And as I said before, this is something we're currently working on. So with one of the following updates, you're going to receive the possibility to review data from 1 whole year. And also for data analysis, we had some customers asking for alarm markers to be shown in the report. So every time an alarm has been triggered, this shall be displayed in the graph as well. That's something we have already added. So you can turn the alarm markers on or off with this button. And now every time an alarm has been triggered, you will also see it in this graphical overview. And furthermore, we had customers requesting that values are displayed in red and in blue. This is currently still in the assessment phase because, as you can see right here, we have different colors for all the different measurement sites. So we need to find a way, if you want your alarm values, your critical values, actually to be highlighted in a color, we have to make sure this doesn't mix up with another measurement site, for example. So this is currently still an assessment from us. I wouldn't say that we're not going to do it, but unfortunately, at this time, I cannot provide you any time on where we release this feature. Okay, I would say that's it for the live demo. I can now start answering your questions in the chat. I can see there's already some questions in the chat. Sometimes we see a variance of larger 10 between the tester reading and the inbuilt temperature readings. How do we solve this? So I guess you're referring to your built-in refrigerator temperature, for example. I don't want to say that your equipment, your refrigerator sensor is measuring the wrong values, but you can rely on our values. And we have a lot of customers. We have seen that the built-in sensor is placed at a spot that is right next to the cooling aggregate, for example. So of course, in a refrigerator or if a walk-in freezer, walk-in cooler, you have different temperatures all over the place, right? So it actually depends on where you place your data logger. And for example, if our Testo logger is placed on a spot that is very high up in the room or in the refrigerator, then of course it's going to show higher values. But to the value itself, we can guarantee you that our measurement value is the right one. And in case you can calibrate your logger, I think James told that F&S Scientific is calibrating loggers as well. You will probably see that the measured value is actually the right one. And then it probably comes down to the place where you place your data loggers. What timelines are we looking at in terms of getting data for an extended period like 1 year? So it's definitely going to be within this year. That's something I can say for sure. A specific timeline is not available yet, but definitely within this year. Data analysis graph doesn't define the temperature limits. So, okay, I know what you're saying. That's actually something I forgot. In Saveris 2, you had your temperature limits as dotted lines, right? So for example, if I have my limit value at 15 degrees, then I would have a dotted line at 15. Yes, that's something we're currently also working on. And this will then be contained in your data analysis tab in the cloud, but also in your automatic reports. How do you correct misaligned locations of the data loggers in the system? I have one which misaligned and does not even show on the exported PDF. So I'm not quite sure. I can definitely answer you the first question. Basically, you need to delete your measurement site. So if I said, okay, this one is wrong in home, I wanted to have in the workplace instead, I would need to delete it and then add a new one here. So there's no way of actually changing the location within the system, but you have to delete the old one and create a new one. And you have one which is misaligned and does not even show on the exported PDF. So that's actually strange, because if you go to data analysis and select your measurement sites, all the measurement sites that are contained here, selected here, should also be contained in the report. So please make sure that the measurement site you want to have in your data analysis tab and in your report is actually selected. And if it's still not visible in the report, then yeah, please reach out to our support. But to be honest, we've never heard this before, so there might be a problem with the system's configuration on your end. So please check, and if it's still not working, reach out to our support. Do we have data logs with a higher resolution? Example 0.55. No, unfortunately not. Our data loggers only have a resolution of 0.5. Then, Anemba, you raised your hand. Do you have a question? Anemba? If you
Oh, yeah,
can
thank
also.
you. One of my questions has already been raised, and thank you for noting that part of having to extend the duration of when you can get the reports, for example, from 1 month to 1 year. Though for some of us, we have data up to 3 years. So maybe in your future engagement, you can consider that. But one of my questions has already been raised. That was for the limits. But number two, whenever you're downloading the summary, there's a part of that first page where you've selected, let's say you have 6 measuring points. So you want the summary on one page, other than each individual report having a separate, being on a separate page.
So
You can check whenever you export.
I'm not sure if I understand you correctly. You're talking about the report, right? Or export.
Yeah, exactly where we are. For example, for fridge one, then there's desk. The previous one, we had an option of the two could be merged into one. And that was very useful to us because whenever you had different items stored in different places, but they were for the same, for example, for one study, you could just have one page that has a summary of all that. It was easy also for filing purposes because you didn't have to file so many, quite a number of pages.
Okay. And for the summary, are you talking about graphical visualization or a table?
Graphical. But for the table,
Graphical.
of course, you could get some different columns. So there was fridge one, maybe fridge two, fridge three, fridge four. So that one is okay. But now for the graphical part.
Yeah, okay. So basically, you would like to have several measurement sites in one graph. Is that correct?
Yeah, if possible, because it's easy to interpret, unless if you have a different way of putting it. Okay, for different places, now they can define on their own. But if you want all of them once, it can be on one page. It's easier for filing.
Yeah, okay, understand. Yeah. So that's basically, yeah, a good requirement, which we will, it's not planned at the moment, honestly, but it's always good to speak to customers and to hear their requirement, and we will let this go into our future requirements. So thanks for the input.
Oh, welcome.
Okay, next question in the chat. Can the data loggers be connected to LAN? So basically, Smart Connect supports our Testo 160, 162, and 164 series. And the 160 and 162 series is Wi-Fi data loggers only. But for Testo 164, maybe I can show you. They've been launched last year. And there you have the possibility to connect the system to your LAN. So wait, I think it's better if we take a look at it in the internet. So the Testo 164 is those small data loggers. They don't have a display, but they're quite small. And they operate with sub 1 gigahertz radio. So you need one central gateway. Wait a second. You need this central gateway. This is available with Wi-Fi or with LAN connection. And that's the only device that needs to be connected to your network. And then from that gateway on, it will communicate to these small sensors. And we have temperature, so T1, temperature and humidity, H1, and we also offer a door contact that can be mounted on your door of your walk-in cooler, for example, so you get notified when the door stays open for too long. And those small sensors communicate with the gateway, and the gateway is connected to your LAN network. That's the only possibility we have at the moment to connect data loggers to your LAN network. I hope this answers your question. Some questions have been skipped. They had been sent earlier. Oh, yes, you're right. One notification group and profile measurement is blank, and hence we cannot receive alerts in the event that the limit has been exceeded. Can this be added or made available? One notification group and profile measurement is blank. So I'm not sure if I understand your question correctly. Flavia, do I have a mic? Do you want to discuss this question in detail? Because, as I said, I'm not sure if I understand it correctly, but if you set up your measurement site, you need to select a notification group for this measurement site, and of course a measurement profile where you set all your alarm limits. But then that's basically it. So that's the only prerequisites it takes to receive alarms.
Hello.
Hello, Flavia.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, maybe I can talk about it a little bit more. So on it's majorly for the room temperature. The measurement profile, I believe the alert and the notification group is actually blank. We cannot set any alert limits, and therefore we cannot receive any notification in the event we have alerts on the system.
What is blank exactly?
The alerts where we can get the measurement profile is for main pharmacy room temperature, if I can say that. The section is blank. So we can't set any limits. We can't set any lower limit or the upper limit.
Okay, did you select any physical property? So, okay, I mean, that's prerequisite. You need to select your physical property, but then you should be able to enter your limit values. You can type anything you want, basically.
The issue is we cannot. Is it okay if I can share my screen?
Yes,
Please?
sure. Please go ahead.
Okay, just give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna jump to the next question. Currently, I'm using Testo 174T and the temperature readings keeps on disappearing. What could be the problem? Testo 174 on the Testo Smart Connect, because 174 is only for ComSoft software, right? So if you have any problems with this one, I kindly ask you to reach out to our support, because Testo 174 is not to work with the Testo Smart Connect. Okay, now I can see your screen. Okay, yeah. So basically, you need to assign a measurement profile first. Could you please wait? What happens if you click on this three dashes? So right, so here you can select your measurement profile you want to assign. Then your notification group with the people, with the recipients that will receive the notifications. Sensor is assigned, that's perfect. And now if you click on save, so that is it. And now if the values from your measurement profile get exceeded, then you should actually receive an alert. So does this help you?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see what else do we got. Yes, so the name of the app is Testo Smart App. Thank you, Peter. Share my screen again. Automated reports for the previous site was workable. Currently, I have 19 pages to look at. So Yes, I mean automatic reports, it depends on how many measurement sites you want to contain. I guess it would help you if you had several measurement sites in one graph. So the same topic we talked about before, basically, right? So right now it looks like this. Each measurement site is in a separate graph. And when I understand you correct, it would help you if you had several graphs, several sites into one graph. Could you please confirm? I think it was Clinton. Okay, then I think this is the same issue as we discussed before, and this is valuable feedback for us. Thank you again. We definitely need to assess whether it would make sense to contain several measurement sites into one graph. Push notifications are not working, and why are different recipients having different options available? Some only have email possibility, some have 2 options, some have all 3 options. Yes, so first point, push notifications are not working. Did you make sure that everything is correctly set up? So just a quick reminder, log in in Testo Smart app with the same account as you have in Smart Connect. Go to the settings of the Smart app, turn on receive push notifications. Make sure that your measurement site is assigned with a measurement profile and a notification group. Check within your recipient and recipient group whether push is active here and also here. So I will show you in the system. Recipients, so this is me, and I need to enable it here. And also in my notification group, it even tells me that I have to activate it in the Smart app, but also in the notification group, I need to enable push notifications with this button. And in case if you have a recipient where you cannot enable SMS or push, then this is because either the person doesn't have the Smart app and it's not connected to the cloud account, or a telephone number is missing. But as I said before, unfortunately, we cannot provide SMS alarming at the moment. But for the push notifications, this should be selectable when you have your Testo Smart app on your phone connected to your account. But as long as this is not the case, then you will not be able to activate push notifications here. How can the warning alerts be separated from the alarms reports? I'm not sure what you mean exactly by separated. Could you evaluate, please, a little further? Like where you want to separate them? Is it in this list, or is it in the email notifications that you want to have highlighted what is a warning, or was it an actual alarm? Rakesh, could you evaluate? No, unfortunately, I cannot hear you. If the sound is not working, then maybe try to explain it in the chat. In the meantime, I mean, you can see right here in the alarm list, it says upper warning limit. If it was an actual alarm, then it would say upper alarm limit. So that is just the same as you configure in your measurement profile, where you can set an alarm and a warning. Or maybe you're talking about in the report, you have your alarm list as well. We go to the bottom. And maybe this one is going to help you, because in the very right column where it says details, it says whether it was just a warning or an actual alarm. So that's basically the ways you can. Okay. For the warning alerts, we do not want them to appear on the alarm report, but they are. Yes, so unfortunately, this is something we cannot provide in the moment. So your report will always contain your alarms and your warnings. Is you could just simply delete the warning value from the measurement profile. So if you go to your measurement profile, you see you don't need to necessarily set warning limits, right? So you could basically set only alarm limits. Of course, then it might be too late when the critical alarm has been reached already. But as soon as you set your warning limits, they will be also contained in the report. How accurate is a battery report reading? At times I wake up, it's 23, the next day it's 24, then I'm lost at times. Yeah, so this is basically a calculation. So we can take a look at it. Right here for this logger, for example, it says 70%. So we don't have a built-in sensor that actually measures the remaining battery status, but this is calculated from the system. Of course, it might not be 100% accurate, but I think within a certain, let's say 2 or 3%, it should show you the accurate battery status. Is it possible in the future to filter out the warning alerts from the alarm reports? So, to be honest, we didn't have this request a lot. I think it's even the first time I'm hearing it, but I mean, that's the benefit of this Testo Smart Connect, right? While it was difficult for us to roll out new features in Testo Saveris 2, Testo Smart Connect is designed to get regular updates. And our job from product management is to actually collect requirements like this. And if we see that we have the need for a feature like this, then it will also be available, yes. But at the moment, I cannot guarantee you that we will provide you the opportunity to filter out warnings from the report. You're welcome. In terms of the regular updates, we will also introduce later on a what's new page. So every time the cloud receives an update, you will get notified about it, and you will get all the new functions listed. So I mentioned it before, we had some new features for the data analysis, for example, that you can include charts, tables, and measurement tables and alarm tables in your report. This wasn't available from the beginning, but we heard that you customers need it, so we added it to our priority list, and yeah, this is how it's going to be in the future. Testo Smart Connect is going to receive updates, and in case if we see that certain features are required by customers, of course we have to assess whether it's actually required by several customers. And but yeah, we are able to deliver updates constantly. Do we have any more questions?
Hi, Hannes. Are you able to hear me?
Luis. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm the one who raised the issue of misaligned locations of the data loggers. Yeah, at one point, you realize that the data logger which is showing is different from what is captured in the measurement sites. So I've even checked the way you answered or guided us on this, but still you see is whatever the label that is captured there is what is coming out in the export. I don't know whether I can share my screen so that I show you briefly, please.
Yes, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm showing I'm sharing my screen. So you see what I'm saying is this location. We have another location like this, which is okay, but this one here is what is showing when I print the data. But ideally, this what should be showing. So the way you guided that, I can delete it and then put this the right one on the chart is still not coming through well. So this what is there. Yeah.
Okay, so you need to differ between the name of your data logger and the name of your actual measurement site. So what you see below, the rec SDL5-06 is the name of the logger. This can be changed when you go to online data loggers, and then you can change the name for each logger. And the name you see at the top, which is rec cell 5-07, is the name of the measurement site. So you can simply change the measurement site, the name of the measurement site as well. So this should solve your problem then.
Okay, I'm just wondering how I can change it because I've tried it. When you look at it, is you know when you scroll down, you see removal. You remove the right one, remove sensor. This is the right one, and that's the name that should also appear up there. But
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good.
So as I said before, the one where it says sensor is the name of your data logger, and the other one is the name of your measurement site. So you can close this window and then go to measurement sites down below on the left side, all the way down. Measurement sites. And here you can set up and change names of your measurement site. So somewhere it should show the name you want to change. Maybe you have to extend this one as well, because you have several sub-measurement sites. Click on the arrow. Yes, so, and there you have your rec cell 5-07, right? And there you can change the name of your measurement site. And this name you can type in here is also displayed in the report. You get it? You don't have to necessarily assign a new data logger, but just change the name, measurement site name in the gray field. You see it? Wait, I will show you in my system. So basically you said that, for example, in a report, you want to change the name, right, of the measurement site. And this is always depending on the site here. So you have to differ between the sensor. For me, for example, I haven't even named my sensors, so they're still with the serial number, which is default. And this sensor name is assigned to my measurement site. So that's the serial number we just saw. And if you want to change the name in the report, then you have to change the name of your measurement site. Sorry, which can be done here. Okay. So if I wanted to contain the name of my sensor, then I can just write it down here, okay? And this should save your issue. Name of sensor, okay. Create report. I will this test, and then we're gonna preview. And then I have this name here, okay? Does this help you, Luis? Okay. Maurice, if anything is still unclear, please let me know. Otherwise, we can go to the next question. I don't see any more open questions in the chat, so if you have any more questions, please either write them in the chat or just raise your hand so we can talk about it. You would like to share your report for my comment? Okay. You want to share? Okay, so you need to share your screen in this case. Rakesh. I am not able to see your screen, unfortunately. And Rakesh, maybe you can discuss this afterwards with James or with Irene? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Please feel free to reach out to Irene, and I think, yeah, great. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Something still unclear about the migration itself, or about the new system, Smart Connect, about the smart app? Yes, Kevin, please.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon. This is Kevin from Joint Medical Store. So
Nice to meet you.
we did migration successfully, but after 2 months, we've had the loggers now showing some error that I've posted in the group. You can see that there's that error on the top right corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so the loggers show that it is recording, but now and the cloud sign is showing. But when I go to the readings, it is the readings are not there. I can't when I go to analyze the readings, I don't find their readings.
Okay. So you're saying when you go to data analysis, and when
Yes,
you're
there.
and you're sure that you selected your measurement site here,
Yes.
and it's still not showing up?
It shows up, but there are no readings.
Okay.
And it has this error on the corner that has not been appearing, but this time it is appearing for the first time. That hazard error. After the
Okay.
internet cloud, then that hazard error is showing.
Mm-hmm. That's actually strange. I mean, the warning symbol could also be just because you have your alarm threshold violated, which is also shown by the small arrow on the left. Could you please try to press the button of the device for just a brief moment, for like 1 second? So because this should send a measurement value instantly to the cloud. So if you press the button on the data logger, then you might have to wait several seconds, but this should manually send a measured value to the cloud, and then you should at least be able to see this manual transmitted value. And if it's still not working, then it might actually be a technical issue.
By the button, did you mean this refresh button?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, we are going to but yesterday we actually did that. We pressed the refresh button. The technical team at F&S told us to press the refresh button, which we did, but still we did not get. So probably it's a technical issue that we are stuck with, and we need probably the F&S team to assist us.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you want to try to reconfigure your logger. Basically, you need to remove it from your measurement site. Then you will be able to also remove it here. and just try to set it up again, because I've never heard of this error before, and unfortunately I cannot give you any assistance on this. But it's always it could be helpful to reconfigure the logger, and if it's still not working, then please reach out to F&S, because then it might actually something be broken. I don't think so, to be honest, but yeah, you never know. But please try to configure it again first. Okay.
Sorry, Hannes. Yeah, I was trying to go about the issue that you explained to me about the misaligned data loggers, but still it's not coming through. I don't know. Because when I did that, then I realized it's like it doesn't have data, that configuration. So maybe could we please go through it once more? I see where I may have missed the critical step.
Yeah.
This Morris, yeah, from Kenya.
Yeah. Okay. So, as I understood you have your measurement side, which has a custom name, and your data logger that has a custom name. And when I understood you correct, you wanted to have the name of the data logger contained in your report, right?
For them to be the same as the data logger one, because that's how we are naming them. The same name of the data logger should also be the name of the site, the location site.
Yes. Yes. Okay. But when you want to change the name of your site, you just need to go to measurement sites, select the one, and then you can enter a new name here and click on save. And this name, test name save, will now be displayed here for my measurement site. And if I do, I don't need to do a report. I could also just select it right here, test name, export PDF. And then the test name is shown here.
Okay. I think it's clear.
Okay.
I think it's clear. And
that's the place where you need to change the name.
Okay, that's clear. And again, just before we leave off, that part of exporting the PDF, maybe you want to deselect, you want only one parameter out or two for that matter. I didn't get how you select the ones you don't want, so that you only remain with what is needed as far as your area is concerned.
Okay, so once again, the data export. So when you go to export PDF, you will get all the parameters automatically that are assigned to your measurement site. So if I, for example, if I have my measurement site fridge 1 here, I go to stationary monitoring, and that's the place where my sensors are assigned. And in this case, I can only select temperature because I don't have a humidity temperature. But if this was a humidity temperature, then I could click add sensor, and it would say absolute humidity, relative humidity, dew point temperature, whatever. And in case you don't want to contain these parameters in the report, then you have to click remove sensor. But of course, this will also be not shown in the, let's say, manual data analysis. Okay, so you can only choose whether you want to have the parameter monitored at all, then it will show up in the data analysis, but also in the report. You cannot say, okay, I want humidity, for example, to be shown in data analysis, but not on the report. So that's not possible. The report reports all the parameters that are defined for your measurement site here. Okay?
Thank you. Clear.
You're welcome. Yeah, right. I have a humidity sensor actually, and in this case, that's a good example because I could select absolute humidity, dew point temperature, but I'm not interested in it, so I only select relative humidity. So I only have temperature and relative humidity at the office. Now I have those both graphs here and also in my report. And if I now select office, stationary monitoring, and I add my, let's say, dew point temperature, which is a calculated value from the humidity and the temperature, I click save. I can also see it right here now. Now, I mean, there's no data available because I just refreshed and reconfigured the measurement side. But now it will also show data for the dew point temperature. And if I now create a PDF, there will also be a scale for dew point temperature. Okay, I think this question is answered. We have another question in the chat. How do you remove the alarm notification on the TMD screen? I have missed that. Could you please clarify about TMD screen? What do you mean with TMD screen? Amanda, yes, please.
Yeah, thanks for that. Now you see, like there's an image shared by Kevin Juma Otieno, where on the screen there's the temperature and there's the humidity. There's a part of
Yes.
Wi-Fi, there's a part of cloud, then there's that sort of hazard mark, which is
Yes.
more of a notification. So my assumption is once you review it should disappear.
Yeah. So in this case, when I take a look at it from up close, it actually looks like the cloud icon is not actively shown. Could be just, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in this case, to me, it looks like there is no cloud connection at the moment. And this is why, for example, the cloud is missing and the hazard sign is showing. So it could actually be a possibility to reconnect the data logger to the cloud, and then the cloud should appear and the hazard should disappear. And I showed you before how to do, yeah?
Just a moment. You were saying that in this image, the cloud is not appearing because I can see the cloud on it.
You can see it, but only briefly. It could be because of the angle you're taking the picture, you know? Because usually I don't have a logger in my hand right now, but usually the cloud should have the same appearance as the other lines. You see the difference? Of course, it is still there, but it's not actively.
I took also a video for about a minute when that cloud was still there, because in the beginning it was just it would blip and disappears. Then we did a reconfiguration, and after reconfiguration, the cloud stayed for forever. So I thought that after that, then the results would be there.
Yeah, and actually,
Yes.
just to add to what he's saying, for him, it's more about cloud. For me, at times, is we need battery replacement. For example, you're told that the battery is almost discharged. Then you replace it. And the assumption is once you have replaced, that notification should disappear. You should get another notification for another alarm or something else. But most of the time, it sticks there. I don't know if it's just my site, because I have like 5 of them, and all of them still have not that notification, and everything that it has raised has been addressed. Wi-Fi, battery, connectivity, everything is on check.
Okay, and the actual limit value, is it possible that a limit is violated? A temperature limit, for example?
No excursion, so everything is within range.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that, but okay, that's actually strange, but everything is working, right? And you can see the
Everything
data.
is okay. Yeah, the only concern is my assumption is that notification, once you've addressed the issue raised, it should disappear from the screen, but most of the time it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange. How old is your device?
I purchased them in 2022.
Okay, so that's not quite old. Okay, so I mean, if everything is working, then yeah, but still, I agree, it shouldn't be the case. Maybe what could help is to perform a reset with the device, but then you have to reconnect it to the cloud again. But you could try to perform a reset by holding the button for 20 seconds. This could solve it, but otherwise, just if you can live with it, then just leave it as it is if everything's working properly. Yeah. And if you have
Okay, because I've tried resetting. There's a time I even switched off. That's when I realized that whenever there's an excursion, we don't get a notification. So I've tried reset, turning on off the Wi-Fi and returning, but it's still there. So maybe it's something that maybe we can follow up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, please. I mean, Irene and her team is first contact person for you. They will try to help you with technical issues as these. And at the end of the day, if they can find any solution for you, then they might speak to us and we can provide support from headquarters. But your first point of contact should always be Irene and her team for technical issues.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, do we have any more questions? What could be the reason one logger was using batteries much faster than the others? Every month the batteries were drained, while on the other loggers were taking 3 to 4 months on the same battery. I returned the logger to F&S. Okay, so what significantly influences the battery lifetime is the measurement and communication interval. So this could be a reason why loggers use battery faster than other loggers. So maybe they have a shorter interval for measurements. For example, if you, it's under measurement profiles. In your measurement profile, you define your measurement cycle. And if you set it up to 1 minute, for example, of course, it takes more energy than having it by 5, 10, or even a longer interval. So this is definitely something where these differences can come from.
Hello.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes. Another issue, we were told that the SMS were replaced with a certain application that we need to install. If I can get some more information about that.
Yes, sure. Okay, so basically, yes, SMS are currently not available in Kenya, but therefore push notifications in the Testo Smart app. And Testo Smart app can be downloaded in the iOS or in the Android app store. You need to log in into the Smart app with the same account as you have in Testo Smart Connect. Then you need to enable push notifications in your app settings. It looks like this. Then, of course, a measurement site needs a measurement profile and a notification group, so the site can send notifications. And you need to turn on push notification for your recipient. Oh, and also for your recipient group. So there's two more checkboxes you need to activate in order to receive push notifications. And then if you set everything up the way I just showed, there's a button in the cloud, send test push notification. I can show you. So this button here, and if I press this button, then I can check my phone and I will see, all right, I don't know if you can see it right now, probably not, but now the Testo Smart app sent me a notification that says, if you can see this notification, a test push notification has been sent. So yeah, you can try it out if it works. Did you get it? Is that fine?
So what you are meaning is that after setting the numbers in the website, I download the app, and then after that I sync so that that is when I'll be able to get those notifications, right?
Yes, exactly. So if I open the Smart app and I sign in with my email address and my password, just the same as I'm using for my cloud profile here, I go to the settings, I activate push notifications, and only when I enabled this option here that I want to receive push notifications, only then I can activate this switch here. Because then the cloud knows, okay, we have a phone where the Smart app is installed, and the account is linked to this cloud account, and then the cloud is able to send push notifications to your phone.
Well understood.
Great, perfect. All right, so if we don't have any more questions, then I would say that's it for my side. Again, thank you very much for the audience, for your questions, and also for your feedback. I think it's always good to speak to customers, and I think there were actually some good points that we have to address in the future.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hannes. That was a nice session there. I think we had so many questions that we were wondering how it could be answered, and you engaging us with the customers here, we were able to get the answers, I think we could say, from the horse's mouth. And I think we can also arrange to have another session in the future. And please feel free to, if you have any questions, please raise them, share them with Irene on email. Then you can raise it up with Hannes, or even you can try and resolve them. But thank you very much for your time. It's actually 2 hours, 45 minutes. no, 1 hour 45 minutes through the session, and it has been a good, engaging session. And thank you very much for making your time to be present here. And thank you, Hannes, once again.
Thank you too, James.
Okay, thank you. I think we'll end here. We really appreciate your time and being present today. We look forward to supporting you in the future.